So hello everyone, here is my review of Inuyashiki episode 5. Another really good episode. I would say it could be my favorite episode. This episode 2 probably. Amazing episode. I mean, it's 2 a.m. here right now. A.m. here, and I'm doing the review anyway. Say it's one episode right now. I think it was so good. I don't want to go to bed right. I want to talk about the anime. It's such a well-written characters. And I'm sorry if I'm a little slurrish now. I guess I'm tired, but it really is so well written, every character, and like the whole storyline. Here his mom, I just loved it, right? Especially because it disproves so many people don't understand psychology. Because they will say that, oh, he is a crazy sociopath, psychopath, blah blah blah, and so on. And like, no, like a sociopath probably wouldn't like care about his mom, right? A typical like sociopathic character can really understand those emotions, but a psychopath can, because he's a psychopath, right? He can very well love his mom and doesn't care about other people's moms, but he loves his own mom. But that's an issue. That's more psychopathic, right? He has his own narcissistic, of course, love and so on. So, and it's very interesting, right? Because Hiro, I think it's very well written. But Hiro is like, I'm gonna stop killing people, not because I care about these people, but I care about my mom. So right, I think it's very well written, right? Because it's like, I'm gonna stop killing these people, right? Because what happens is that this gets on the news all the time, and his mom is sitting at home and like, oh, that's so horrible, people are getting killed. So he's getting guilt, right? Because he feels that his mom is feeling bad because she's seeing people dying on TV, right? And reading about the news so on. And that makes him want to stop killing people. I think it's very well written. I just love it. That's very excellent. Then of course the whole thing, he gets like, he gets the money right, and he tries to, pay his, help his mom with the salaries and right, give her money and get a better apartment and so on. Yeah, typically, why not? Yeah, he's good money. So also really good. But I think that scene was great. And generally, we got a story with his life, right? Like his mom and dad are divorced. His dad got a new family, new wife, new kids. So I guess they are his, half siblings. He could also, of course, be younger than him and still be his, from his mom, but probably not. I didn't get this feel. It felt like he's probably divorced, like his parents probably when he was younger. That's the feel I got. But generally, they seemed to kind of like him and his siblings and so on, right? And of course, it was important in the story. I got cancer, but don't worry. I asked your dad. You can live with him when I die. And I liked it. She was like, "Don't quit school now, son. I'm gonna die in a month, but I want you to finish college. I want you, don't feel sorry. Your dad take care of you. I trust him and so on." So I think it was very good general thing, right? And also it's very good as well, because this kind of goes the whole like nurture nature thing, which like his mom seems to be quite a reasonable lady, right? And she's like, do this and this and this, and he's still a complete psychopath. So yeah, so it's like it's a nurture, right? Like, or nature. And in course, in his case, it'd be nurture. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, it's nature. I mean, bad joke. I'm tired. No, but like obviously for him, then it wouldn't be his upbringing, probably not, and it would be he's born a psychopath nature, as you are, right? It's very hard. You can't really make psychopaths. It's easier to make. You can like hurt someone and do violence to them and make them be erratic and stuff like that. But a psychopath is more of a very specific behavior, right? For you have like you have very low impulse control and so on. It's hard to like hurt someone. You can't really like injure someone and make them a psychopath. That doesn't work like that. However, you can hurt a psychopath and make them a much more dangerous psychopath by hurting them and then teaching them violence, right? That can be done, but it's hard. You can't like force someone to psychopath. That doesn't really work like that. It's a very much something you're born with, right? So I think that's great as well. Like he's born as he is because his mom seems to be a pretty good mom, a loving parent, right? He's nice to him and so on, right? So and his dad seems to be nice. His stepmom, he might hate her. He loves his mom, right? So he might hate his stepmom, but generally she seems to be a nice person as well. So everything in that is like he's clearly born a psychopath, which is how it is, right? So I think that's also again very the story. So anyway, that's his story. I guess that's for the cops, and they talked about this news and so on. And I kind of doubt. I don't know. It could be many different reasons there. I don't think it was Inuyashiki or Naoyuki's friend. Doesn't make sense to me because they would not think the cops can hurt him and so on. So I don't think they did it. I think someone else could have seen him because obviously he's like, I don't know, let's say 10 households by now. and their neighbors, their cameras. So of course, someone could have seen him, right? Recognize him, give a description, and also people that in school. So yeah, like, I don't think it's their fault because I don't think they would tell him. They would just endanger Naoyuki, right? So I don't think this. So anyway, the broader story. Inuyashiki and Naoyuki, very very good story. I think this story were, I mean, all the really good parts were in this story. As they say, I'm not talking about Hiro, but I think it's like, how would you say it? Like, they're really like, you know, the melodramatic, like the sad, almost crying parts for me at least, were definitely at Inuyashiki's side of the story, right? But I would say that I think that Hiro's part was better. I mean, this for me is an easy 10 out of 10 episode, easily. But I would still say though, I think that the Hiro part is better. There's a better writing. There's a better writing. The dialogue is better. It has very good writing there. Not to say the other part is bad, but the other part is more like, this is, you know, like, yeah, he's a hero. That part I think is easier to do, in my opinion. The other part is easier to take the hero and have him cure a child with cancer, right? That it's very good. I love this. That's my favorite scene, where we see him. Naoyuki's like, oh, he's a hero. Like that's my favorite scene. But I think it's easier to do. I think it's easier to make like an impactful emotional scene. Not saying it's bad. I think it's again really really good. But I actually think the hero parts generally were better as a narrative sense, because it's hard to write a character that makes sense and so on, in my opinion. Logical behavior of him versus like the more emotional. The emotion is easier to create strong emotions than the kind of subtle writing, right? But anyway, yeah, what point that? I mean, obviously, I think both is really good. So the hero part, great writing, not part, great emotional writing, right? So yeah, because that scene was great. I love that scene, but I think the best scene generally were, of course, when they meet, right? First screaming, you're helping, is it a rubber man? So that's great. And then of course he talks to him, and he's, I mean, I think everyone's gonna love that scene, right? He talks to him, and he's just like, you're a hero. And it's really a good feel, because we as the viewer, we know Inuyashiki is a hero, we know he does stuff, but we also know no one else knows. We know he said a couple of things, but they don't know he cured people in cancer. We know that the only guy that actually knows that he does all these things is Naoyuki, right? Yeah. So it's a very good, rewarding scene for us as well, because we get to see that finally someone is acknowledging Inuyashiki's behavior, right? So, or behavior, his heroism. So I think it's a very very good scene. I was very close to crying there, and it's a good scene too, because we see him like, you're a real hero, you're my hero, and he's like, oh, I lost my humanity, I can't control it, right? And he's like, you're the most human of us all. So it's like, you're the most human person ever. Oh, so amazing scene. That scene was so good, super emotional. I think it was very very emotional, very very good scene, absolutely. But I think the other scene was a quick, it's beautiful scene too. Yeah, the child. That scene was like kind of comedic beauty, right? And he's like, ah, that's great. And then he coming out there, we see the nurse like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, lady. It's like, run. Like that was great. Guardian angels turning around, old man with his like companion, his like teenage companion, curing cancer people at random. It's like, yay! Oh, it was a great, a really really good moment. Really really good moment. But that being said, I mean, they're training episode. I think the hero part is much more than the narrative, right? That part is like, yeah, okay, they comes from, very emotional, and it's great seeing them like improving. Absolutely, very good place in that part. But I think the hero part is more pushing this main story, right? Because they kind of like know the cops are there and so on. So I think that's more like an interesting part. Last part I want to mention then is something I just taught myself though, which I'm a little disappointed at this point. But like I thought that was a great idea when I was watching it. I was like, I hope he kills other people. I hope he kills a lot of people. No, but I just want to say, I think it was a great idea, in my opinion, is that Hiro, he's like, I have to cure my mom of cancer. I think it would be a great scene if he moved around, injuring people a lot, right? Healing them, usually he can learn to heal like really big damage to people's bodies, and then of course killing them anyway, because he can't have victims. And then killing them in the end anyway, so they wouldn't like tell him who he is. I think that would be a great part. There was a few minutes of him just killing a few people, or not killing them, then killing them. So just to like to master healing, then returning and hitting his mom. And that could be an even more impactful scene where he could like, how can I work around this thing? Unfortunately, it didn't go away. I think that would be a great part actually. That happened. Anyways, I think the episode was amazing. As I said, really, really amazing. It's 10 out of 10. I would say 11 out of 10. I think it was so good writing. I love this anime. Hope to see you guys next week and have a great day.